Party people, party people. We got something extraordinary right here. Like my boy LL Cool J would say, something like a phenomena. New York's in the building. New York's in the house.
Bronx, born and raised.
The king of New York is back, baby. I got my boy Big Joe in the house tonight. Good morning, sir.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, good. Good to have you here.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know, man. Finally, right?
Yes, yes. The Lord's working, baby.
All day.
So I wanted to get you on here because I needed that New York vibe. I needed to let the party people out there, the world, know what New York gentlemen's clubs are like. And I know no one better to talk about it than the king of New York himself. Not Frank White, but Big Joe in the building.
Yeah, man. So I started, like, my first club I can recall was in Dumbarton in Queens, New York. It was a hood club, you know. The money was decent, but it was a lot of volume. You know, it was cool. You know, it was a cool spot. But then later on, like a year later, I started at Scores.
Oh, okay. So you rocked the Scores in New York.
Yeah, I met the head of security at China Club. I used to work at China Club on 47th and 7th. And he offered me the job, and it took him a while to get me in. I thought he was full of shit. And he finally kept his word. One day he just called me, you know, he was like, Joe, I need you to start next week. So I started working at Scores, and it was a whole nother world, man. Whole nother world. The money, the celebrities that came through, you know, Chuck Zito used to work there.
Yeah.
He was a good dude, man. Good dude.
I partied with Chuck Zito a couple times at the original Crazy Horse 2 out here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
He's a solid guy, man. So
yes,
I worked there for a number of years. Just the traveling, the women were gorgeous. There were no 8s, there were no 7s. Every woman was a 10 every week.
Yeah, let's get into that real quick. So before we hit the Scores part of that, let's get into the fact of the little ghetto spot you were talking about. What were the chicks looking like in there?
They were attractive. They was just from the hood.
Any Cardi B's up in that motherfucker?
Yeah, there was a couple of Cardi B's. There was a few European girls.
Yeah.
A lot of sisters, you know, but they were attractive.
Yeah, what is the majority of the women clientele out there in the clubs?
It depends on what borough you in. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, this was Queens, so it was a nice mix.
Nice. All right.
So they were attractive, though. I remember that much.
Yeah. I hooked up on a New York chick. I won't say her name. That was probably the best pussy I've ever had, to be brutally honest. I was eating that shit. I was eating that pussy out on the MGM signature balcony on the penthouse suite, 38th floor. If you know, you know. Thank you. But yeah, I got to admit, right now, New York pussy's probably that's the one that stood out and the number one stunner.
Yeah. I miss my New York women. I can't lie. Women out here in Vegas. It's a little different out here.
If you've heard some of my episodes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But, yeah, so Scores was popping, man.
Now, what kind of celebrities are running up in there? The athletes, the actors, actresses, shit like that?
I met Dennis Rodman there. Jeremy Shockey. Yeah, he was a cool guy. What's the other guy's name that played for he used to play for the Oakland A's. Jason Giambi. He was always flying high.
Little steroid motherfucker.
He was a cool guy, though. They was all humble, all very humble guys.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are those kind of guys up in there spending the big money?
Those guys wasn't spending the big money. It was the hedge fund guys.
Oh, yes.
Those are the guys that was keeping the club open, man. They were spending astronomical amount of money.
So that's like... did you ever see that movie Hustlers with J-Lo and all that shit?
Watch it, no.
It's supposedly based on that
the
New
story
York
from Scores.
The New York faction of them Wall Street motherfuckers. I forgot about Wall Street being out there like that, bro.
Man, they was in there spending money.
Wow. Now, what on some of those nights? What are we talking about being dropped in the VIPs like that?
Maybe $200K, man.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I didn't believe it till I saw the numbers. I'm like, yo, this is insane.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys getting tipped fat off of some of that kind of action? Or
I was making money, but I wasn't disciplined. So my money was disappearing as fast as it was coming in.
Yeah, that was
I had
early.
no discipline. I was a young kid from the projects, never worked in a place like that before. I was just spending money, man, on nonsense.
Dude, that was like me at TJ Showgirls. If I would have just thought maybe I would have had about 10 houses chilling, renting them out, whatever else I could get into, you know what I mean?
I have no regrets, though.
Yeah.
I was young, you know. I was living my life.
What's that saying? Young, dumb, and full of calm?
Yeah, man. So I have no regrets.
Nice.
Time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, see, that's, I didn't even think about Wall Street money out there in those New York strip clubs.
Yeah, man, it's there. You know, Howard Stern was in there all the time.
Oh, yeah?
So he promoted the club a lot. So he's the reason we got a lot of clientele because, you know, a lot of people watch his shows. So
yeah.
He would come through once in a while.
Would he ever fuck off some dough?
No. He was a very standoffish guy.
Yeah, he kind of looked like a little Big Bird looking motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know
he was
I mean?
introverted. So
I wonder if he ever stuck his nose in a bitch's ass. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he did. We all do.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he did. But he was very to himself. Yeah. Very low-key guy.
Do you prefer New York pussy over Vegas pussy?
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, I mean, I say the same about Cali pussy with New York. I mean, with Vegas pussy.
Mm-hmm.
But I always forget about that New York chick. I shouldn't, because that one was a banger.
New York women are a special breed, my friend.
Yeah, super cool too, but they got that attitude,
Latinas,
spicy as
Italian,
fuck.
it doesn't matter. They have an edge to them. And they know what they want. For the most part, they know what they want. So,
what are the hours usually out there like in New York compared to Vegas?
If there was a late VIP, I would stay. The latest I stayed at work was like 8, 9 in the morning. But yeah, we usually close at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a little what? And are some of them daytime and nighttime, or just night?
Some of them. So where Rick's Cabaret is, used to be a club called Paradise Club. It was all nude. And I worked there for a little while. That was another one of my first big clubs. Even before Scores, I worked at Paradise Club. Guy named Johnny was the head of security. You know, cool ass guy. I think he was Italian or Greek. He had a ponytail. He showed me the ropes a lot. You know?
Oh, nice.
Wherever he is, I hope he's doing well because he's a good dude. Haven't seen him in a long time.
Shit.
It's been over 20 years at least.
So the full nudes out there, let's say in New York, is it full nude lap dances and topless dances and full nude, or is it just nude on stage and just bikini style shit?
Just nude on stage to my recollection. There was no nude lap dances, no.
Yeah, see, that's how it was out in Cali. Mm-hmm. Now at a lot of the Cali clubs, you can get either a topless or a nude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dance, you know, as opposed to just something straight on stage.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of wild, right?
So the owners were a Russian couple. Husband I only met like twice. Very nice guy. His wife, he let his wife run it. And she was a trip, man. She was basically intoxicated every night. During the interview, she asked me if I was in a relationship. At the time I was. She was like, good. She was like, you a handsome guy and I want you fucking my girls. She was like, if I find out, you're going to get fired.
Yeah.
So between me being in love with my girl and that threat, it was hard for me working there, man, because girls was like,
they were on you.
Yeah, man. I was young. I was, you know, it was hard.
I mean, I wish I had a mirror right now so I can give you your own reflection because you're a sexy motherfucker.
It was hard, bro. Dead serious.
Oh, I bet. And some young little hot bangers, bro, for shizzle.
There was one dancer called, her name was Fantasia. She was Sicilian. She was something else, bro. About 5'5". She had a crazy body, tattoos everywhere, tongue piercings, like short haircut. If I see her right now, I'll know it's her.
Damn.
Yeah, and that was 30 years ago.
Fantasia.
Man. Her name was Fantasia.
That's a good little name.
Yeah, it fit her. Wherever she is too in life, I hope she's doing well, man. She's cool as hell.
Yeah. Reach out, Fantasia. We out
used
here
to,
in Vegas.
I can say this now. We used to smoke blunts in the security room. Because, you know, the owner used to be whacked in her office, so I used to be watching the cameras, making sure everything's running smooth, and we used to just light up right there, man.
Yeah. Shit, bro. Mm-hmm. So how long were you at Scores?
I was at Scores for 3 years initially on the east side.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a couple out there? Or
the west side opened up, which was way bigger.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sometimes I regret not going over there because all my peers went there. So I stayed at the east side because the owner, you know, he had love for me and I didn't want to leave him. But then there was a split. The head of security opened up his own club and I was cool with him. My loyalty was to him because he's the one that got me in scores.
Yeah.
The owner wasn't around when I first started working. You know, he was away. And when he came home, he took a liking to me. So I was between, you know, rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
He offered me the head of security job. I told him, give me time to think about it. And somebody saw me out with the other guy, you know, and went back to him and I ended up getting clipped. I wasn't mad about it. I understand why he fired me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of weirdo shit though, man.
Man, it's business, man.
Yeah.
And you know, at the time I understood, you know, I didn't take it personally, and me and him are still dear friends to this day.
Yeah.
Both of them, actually. I love both of them.
Shit.
They don't speak, but I speak to both of them, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You at least kept it cool and shit. I would have held a grudge.
Oh, I don't hold grudges, man.
Yeah.
Nah, life's too short for grudges, man.
But I've been in those situations exactly like that shit, dude. You know what I mean? So even with my ex, man, I could have been, if I would have never have linked up with her or hooked up on her, I probably would be running like 10, 15 clubs in the Midwest right now with the Mr. Fabulous owner of Fantasy Castle and all those spots from Cali. You know what I mean? And it's funny because she used to always tell me, don't manage from, da 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 da. And then I find out down the road later she's managing at the spot that we had both worked at together. And I was just kind of like,
funny.
I was like, man, this shit is classic right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's because she knew, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to rule the world one way or the other.
Yeah. My ex I was with during the time at that club, you know, a lot happened. I'm not going to get into it, but it taught me a lot, man.
Was she an entertainer or in the industry at all?
She used to be. I just don't know what club she worked at. Yeah, she was a wild one, man.
Shit. I
was young. I tried to change her. You know how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah, because I mean, man, it's hard for us to hook up with women outside of the industry, period. You know what I mean?
It's very difficult. My last ex, the one I told you about in Denver, she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And plus she had her own insecurities, her own trauma she needs to heal from, so it just was a bad combination. And it was long distance.
Yeah.
So it was a recipe for failure, you know? So I tried, but we couldn't make it work.
Yeah, in this game, man, you got to have that patience and that confidence and that camaraderie to want to work through a lot of things like that. Otherwise, it's not going to, you know.
Yeah, I know. I learned that.
Unfortunately, because I've been in relationships where the same shit. Actually, my last relationship with my ex was dope in a lot of aspects, but she let a lot of the outside interference fuck with us. You know what I mean? And
if the woman you seeing is not strong mentally, if she's not secure, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not.
And that's what was so wild, because she was and is and always had been a strong, independent woman, but she just let all the hater shit and weirdo shit from the outside, like, I don't know, fog her memory, fog her brain.
What they don't understand is it's a job. I could easily cheat on you if I worked at McDonald's, one of the cashiers. But the fact that they know these girls are getting naked, they're beautiful, insecurity set in.
Yeah.
The mind starts racing, you know? So I get it, but they don't get it. It's just a job for me.
Yeah.
I'm there to make my money.
Seeing that, that's what I mean, man, that a lot of the people out there don't know we get jaded from this industry at the same time. Like, bro, a chick could be butt naked in front of me fucking walking outside of this studio right now.
Yeah.
I'm probably realistically just going to go right into my car and bounce out.
Yeah.
It's not even going to faze me. You know what I mean?
You know how I know that? I used to live with two females in the Bronx. One of them was the entertainer. You know, I was in a bad spot. My friend let me stay with her for a year. And one day she knocked on my door. She always used to cook and give me food and whatnot. And I opened the door. Oh, she was butt naked, drunk. I was like, yo, what are you doing? She said, oh, please, you work at strip clubs. You see naked women all the time. And she was right. It was like nothing. She gave me the plate of food and she went back in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that, you know. I respected her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I respect women, man.
Yeah. We got it in our line of work, dude, for one. I mean, this is the reason why all the customers are coming, realistically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So have you always been a doorman?
No,
Or
I used
security,
to be,
so to speak.
I used to be introverted. I always did security, but I didn't want to work the door. I didn't like dealing with people. I didn't want to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stay in the corner. If you told me somebody had to go, I'd get them out. That's it. But then I changed. I wanted to be at the door. I wanted to talk to people.
What made you decide to do, what came about the change?
You know what? Honestly, I can't tell you when it happened, man. Or why. I just changed. I just wanted to be in the front lines, man. I want to greet people, get to know people. That's how you make connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I didn't know that about you. So that's something interesting.
Man. Yeah, man. I didn't want to deal with nobody, man. I hated it.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I've always DJ. Like I said, I tell everybody, when I first got into the game, my mind wandered fast and I knew who made the money and who didn't, or I knew where I wanted to be in. And I made sure I got to that point. So very few times, far and few in between. If I was out of door somewhere, it was because of some cock blocking or some hater shit or someone else like riding for another DJ or homie or whatever that, you know, and I played my position then, bro, fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
The
door could be a lot to deal with.
Yes.
You're dealing with a lot, bro. Personalities, egos, intoxication, guys are coked up, whatever other drugs they on.
The dress code shit, the fucking
dress code. Like, it's a lot, man. And thankfully I got a good guy at the door with me at at the spot we had Eric.
Yes,
Eric's a good dude, man. He's a good, and he knows
the samurai. Shout out to the samurai.
He knows what he's doing, man. You know? So he plays the good cop, I'm the bad cop. You know, you need that. Because some guys do try to take advantage. You know, they do.
Yeah.
Your kindness. So
plus, you guys got to be checking. Because, man, I like I said, and I told everyone, I did the door out here for like about 10 and a half months at the LGC Vegas. And that being said, bro, there was even some days I was doing that front door, and I always did it by myself, and I would be doing the cashier's position as well, giving payouts to these drivers and doing all that shit, double rocking even, bro. Had to double rock it even on a Memorial Day weekend out here.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we deal with that too. We pay the drivers out,
So it's like, bro, fucking, I get it, and that's why I respect your grind, you know what I mean, and your mindset and how you run the door, because fuck, bro, you kick ass and you're fucking great at what you do.
I appreciate
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that being said, and about these drivers and stuff, what's your point of view on, because was there payouts and shit like that out in New York?
Absolutely not. We do not pay our drivers in New York.
Yeah.
Whatever the guy gave you for the fare, whatever he wants to tip you, that's on you. Once you bring him to our club, obviously he wanted to come there.
Yeah.
He's telling you, take me here, take me there. He's ordering the Uber. He knows where he's going. There's no payouts there.
So now, what was your thoughts when you came out here to Vegas and saw what Vegas does in this whole payout game?
Honestly, I got accustomed to it quick, man. Like, being from New York, I didn't understand what it meant when they said if you could make it there, you could make it anywhere, because I never left there. I used to visit places, but I never lived anywhere else, really.
Yeah.
And when I came out here, all my training from New York just kicked right in. So it was an easy transition for me, man.
Yeah, that's a whole new world. I mean,
New York's a different beast.
Yeah, exactly.
Different beast.
Bro, and on top of that, though, not only that, just like Cali's a different beast, Vegas is an unnecessary beast, because they overexert and exaggerate fucking everything out here.
I know, man. I met some characters out here.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just they live in a facade.
So that's why it comes easy to people like when they threw me on the door. So okay, I got the size, but I know the game already. I can do any position. Yeah, cool, whatever. But they make it like, oh, bro, it's rock. It's fucking all this high tech, all this weirdo bullshit, and it's
running the door is not rocket science.
Yeah,
you just got to have the personality for it, the patience. Those two things mostly. If you don't have that, you're done.
Yeah, patience especially.
Yeah.
Especially these drunk motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, a lot of these guys
are drugged up. Yeah, you don't know what they're on. And now it's going to get even crazier because the pools are about to be open again.
Yeah, I know.
So you got guys that are getting fucked up all day, eat some, whatever drugs they're going to do, and then they're going to be back out again that night.
Trying to get into the clubs, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing, man. I'm real careful who I let into the club, man. Especially if they too drunk, they got a chip on their shoulder, they trying to come in angry, the energy's off, they're too high, too intoxicated. I look out for all that, man. I just read people, and that's how I deal with them. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what keeps a safe establishment where, you know, you don't got all the fuckery inside. Like a lot of times at our club, we ain't gonna mention shit on that, but we don't have a whole lot of issues, bro.
Nah, because
and I've
worked at a lot of places, man. Where we at now, the energy's good. We got some solid guys there. Some of the best guys I've met in this business. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Yes.
I know some solid dudes, and they made the list, you know, in my personal opinion. So I'm grateful to work there, man. I'm just grateful to be around people like that, because there's a lot of fucking scumbags out here. A lot of guys selling a dream, seeing what they could get from you, living a facade, just jerk. A lot of jerk offs out here, brother.
Yeah, this industry out here is wild as a motherfucker,
bro. But people showing me who they was real quick, you know, and I'm like, okay. I'm like,
yeah. I get it too, bro.
Man.
That's no joke on that shit.
Yeah.
So after Scores, where you at out in New York?
I ended up doing a little stint at City Lights in Yonkers. So I was there for a while.
Now that's a strip club too?
Yeah. I met Jadakiss there actually one day.
Nice.
Cool ass dude. He little as hell, man. That's the first time I seen him. I'm like,
in real life,
he a giant on the mic though.
Yeah.
He's official, but you know, he was cool. He was humble too, man. Met a lot of rappers in my day. I met Tretch.
I love that guy, bro.
Tretch is official. He's official.
What's he like in real life?
Down to earth, like I'm talking to you right now.
Shit.
Yeah. I met Tretch. I met DMC. Met Tone Loc.
Nice.
All humble brothers, man.
Yeah.
I met Prize from the Fugees. I met the Alchemist at Scores. Another cool brother, yeah. I actually met Christina Aguilera, man, in her prime in early 2000s. Bro, she came to Scores with like 20 people. She was gorgeous, man.
Little sexy.
I couldn't stop staring at her. Yeah, I was.
Really?
She was just glowing, bro.
Did you want to kiss her or try to kiss her?
Nah, it wasn't even sexual. My admiration for her. I was just looking at her. She's gorgeous, bro.
Shit.
She was on top of everything, she was cool. I met Queen Latifah there too. My mother was actually mad at me because she loved Queen Latifah. And when I told her, she was like, Joe, why you didn't call me? I said, Mom, it was 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. I said, what you gonna do, hop on the train or get in the cab at 5 in the morning? But she would have loved to have met her, man.
Sorry, man, that HIV's floating around real quick.
It's all good, man. Take some penicillin.
Oh, boy. I got Magic Johnson's email.
Yeah. He got the antidote, man.
Chatty.
But yeah.
So,
man,
in your opinion, what's the best strip club in New York?
Right now or back in the day? Back in the day, it was Scores, hands down. I'm not just saying that because I worked there, but it was an epic club to work at, man.
Now, real quick, everybody, just so that we don't got any bullshit. We're talking about Scores in New York.
Yes.
Everything about this
59th
episode
Street,
is New York, please.
59th Street, the original Scores.
Yes.
One and only, yeah.
And then what do you think about, now there's a Sapphire in New York, right?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, now in New York.
Sapphire is where Scores used to be, 59th Street. They just took the building over.
Shit, and changed the name, huh?
Changed the name, but when you last time I was in there, I still felt like I was in Scores. You know, that's always gonna be Scores to me.
Yeah. Now, that being said, are all the strip clubs around the same areas, or is everything spread out?
It's pretty much like it's spread out. A lot in Midtown. You have Rick's Cabaret on 33rd. You have their sister club, Vivid. You had Scores is no longer existing in New York, so
they're done out there. Huh?
Done. You have Hustler Club on the West Side. So there's still a few big clubs.
think Rhino went out there, right? Isn't Rhino supposed to be out there? I think
they do have a club
something?
out there. I'm just not sure what location where they're at.
Yeah, forget where they were at, because I remember that popped open, I think, about a few years or so ago, about 3 years ago, or prior to maybe 2019, just before the COVID bullshit. And
let me turn this bullshit off, man.
It's all good. It's just the life of a doorman, you know what I mean, in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, all good. But yeah, I remembered seeing some of the modelings of it or pictures of it or whatever, and fuck that shit. Yeah. It looked pretty sick. But the way they were having it was like going to be 3 stories or some weird shit.
Yeah, I'm out the loop in New York as far as the clubs go. Yeah, I still visit when I go by Vivid. I used to work there at Vivid too.
Okay.
GM's name is Charlie Castro, real good brother of mine. Another solid dude. I knew him for a long time. I knew Charlie when he was a fucking porter, man. He was a porter at Scores, barback. Now he's a GM.
Yeah.
It
can happen. It can happen.
He came up. He did well for himself, man.
That's dope.
You know, I'm proud of him.
That's good when you know, escalate up and move up the
I've seen a lot of my homies move up, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all of them, man. You know, whatever they doing, whether they're in this business or out of it, you know.
For reals, bro. Now, on a hip-hop tip real quick, did you ever go to the tunnel?
You know, I'm going to keep it real with you. I've never set foot in the tunnel. Because by the time I became my age, I was just working so much. I was going to the other clubs.
Yeah.
Like Club 1, Pangea. You know, I was going out with my crew from work. So I wasn't really rocking with the tunnel, man. But I've heard stories.
Yeah.
I've heard some crazy stories, yeah.
Hey, man. All right.
Yeah, man.
So then what we were at Scores. So after Scores, it was
City Lights.
And then
after City Lights, I ended up going to headquarters. So I used to work at headquarters after Scores.
That's another strip club as well?
Called HQ, yeah.
So you always just been in the strip clubs out there?
For the most part, yeah. Yeah, man.
What made you even decide to get into strip clubs?
Honestly, it was my damn father, man. He
Really?
used to take me to strip clubs when I was young.
Just be chilling and shit?
He used to take me to Harry's Triangle and the Wedge in Hunts Point in the Bronx. Now, people from New York know about these places.
Yeah.
You know? Also, they were hood places, but girls were gorgeous, man. Thick, natural. There was no surgeries.
Even in the ghetto clubs, the sexiest.
There was no Botox. There was no fillers. All these girls were naturally beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Now we got too much mutation going on.
Oh, perfect way to explain it.
Too much. I'm not feeling it.
Mutation. That's a beautiful word.
When I talk about it, women think I'm attacking them and I'm judging them. No, it's an issue. It stems from what? Fear of not being accepted by men, insecurity, trauma. There's no reason you're naturally beautiful and you're altering yourself to look like 10,000 other women.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me, you know?
Fuck, you nailed it right there.
It doesn't make any sense, man. I hate it. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I hate to see a natural woman destroy her beauty. I've seen so many of my friends do it.
Bro, I've seen banging ass chicks that don't need shit end up getting fake boobs, however many years later, taking them out, or doing the BBL shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, your booty was amazing already. And now you just fucking, and then it's still not enough. They go a little bit bigger and bigger.
Well, they get addicted to it. I say somebody that gets tattoos. People have tattoos and they get a few and they're good. And some people get addicted to it, man. They just keep going. They nonstop. They just keep covering their bodies. And so it's the same thing with these surgeries, man.
Bro, and I guess that's that true saying, beauty is pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you right now, shout out Boss Bori doing the King Sikk on my knuckles. That shit hurt like the left one. The right one was cool and smooth. This left hand hurt like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bone chilling on some shit. I'm going to tell you, but Boss Bori, I'm going to get you on here too. She's a little reggae DJ. You know
Shout out to Boss Bori.
Yeah. We'll get you some ink by her, man. Shit,
it'll be my first one.
You don't got any tattoos?
I have 0 tats.
Really?
0.
Fuck, I wonder why I thought you might have had some.
Nah, 0, man.
You ever meet DMX?
Unfortunately, no.
Damn, that would have been a good one to meet.
I would have loved to meet that brother, man.
Yeah, I would have known he was always out there roaming.
Besides Tupac, DMX probably was the most passionate MC we've ever seen. Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
I don't see nobody else matching his passion, man. Forget about lyrics and all that.
Yeah.
His heart, man. Like,
Amen.
yeah, him and Pac are very similar in that way to me, personally, yeah.
Definitely.
I met Rakim, though.
Ooh.
When I worked at China Club, man. He was,
really?
Yo, bro, he was walking down the block with 2 big-ass bouncers, right? And he got closer. I was like, oh, shit. This is the first time in my life I called somebody a god, man.
Yeah. Oh.
I said the God MC. He's like, yo, big man, what's good, man? He gave me a dap, said, what's up? He kept it moving, but he stopped.
Yeah.
He stopped and he gave me a dap.
That shit gave me the chills because I love Rakim, bro.
Man.
Fuck, bro. That's one I would be kind of a little bit like, oh, shit, I got to just say what's up.
Well, I was thrown off because he just was walking down the block.
Yeah.
Like regular, yeah, so.
But he had some big motherfuckers with him?
Yeah, these dudes was like, they was OGs, man. I was young at the time, like I told you, early 20s, so it was a pleasure meeting them, though, man. Official dude, yeah.
Shit.
Official dude. This was before the camera era and the selfies, and I have the memories, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I have pictures with a few people. I met the Jizza when I worked at Sapphire.
Nice.
From Wu-Tang Clan, another cool brother.
So a lot of these different cats always be all up in and out of the strip clubs, huh?
I met a handful of people at Sapphire. I met Exhibit, cool-ass brother.
Yeah, solid,
super cool, man. Super cool.
So you go to the strip clubs with the pops, and then what? You get a little older, and you're like, damn, maybe I should try
I just gravitated towards the business, man.
Yeah.
I told you my first major one was Paradise. And then I worked at China Club, met the head of security, Big John. Shout out to Big John. And he got me in the scores, man. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
I'm brothers with a lot of these people still, man. They family. Doesn't matter where I am, what they doing.
So when you go back to New York, what do you frequent any club?
Well, last time I was there,
all the time, or
I went by Vivid and I went by headquarters to see John. I went by Vivid to see Charlie. So I try to spread the love. It's hard to see everybody.
Yeah, are those spots topless or nude?
No, just topless.
Yeah. So now let's get on that real quick. Are they extravagant with the shit like they do out here in Vegas with all the bottle service and bottles?
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. Bringing out the bottles, the party, the big extravaganza. It's the same shit, man.
Yeah, so you were like just walking right back into another.
Oh, when I came out here, it was easy.
Yeah.
Bro, so I was supposed to start working at Crazy Horse 3. I'm not going to get into why I didn't get the job there. But the same night, I needed to start working immediately when I got to Vegas. I went into Sapphire in street clothes. Told them where I worked, who I knew in New York. They hired me on the spot.
Nice.
On the spot.
So yeah, let's get into that. So you decide to leave New York once and for all. What was with the jump, and what made you decide Vegas? And
listen, when you born and raised in New York, I lost a lot of friends there, through death, murder. My mother passed away there. It was just, it was time to go. I felt the energy shifting actually in New York. And somebody actually told me when I left, it got worse. I feel energy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an energy guy. So I felt the shift coming. I was like,
meaning what? The industry itself going back?
Beyond the industry, the city.
In general.
I felt the city changing out in my mind, in my heart. I was like, it's time to leave.
Turning into Gotham City out there, huh?
Yeah, it was time to go, man. I've always wanted to live somewhere else. Hopefully, God willing, I'll live in another country one day. That's my ultimate goal.
All right.
Yeah. I've always wanted
talked
to.
About that.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. So I have to do that.
Yeah.
That I will regret.
Any offhand?
Nothing in mind. Few things in mind, but nothing set in stone yet.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen because the universe is directing me.
So what was it about the universe that sent you over here to Vegas?
The nightlife. I came here to make money, man.
Yeah.
I came here to make money, save money, and do what I got to do.
See, dude, that's what brought me here originally was, all right, I did everything I could do in Cali, but own my own shit. So I was like, fuck it. I want to find some new territory to conquer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I came out here. But then the cock block hater shit, all the weirdo bullshit went on. You know what I mean? And I dabbled into the Hakkasan group, did the nightclub shit. And then luckily, like I always say, David Bailey, owner of the library out there in California, Cali, fucking out of all places in Vegas, now I get a job at a strip club. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
granted, I did the little stint with Steel over there at Sapphires. You know, I
Yeah.
had a couple little plugins here and there on some weirdo shit, but like ultimately I was with LGC Vegas like
Yeah.
3.5 years or whatever, you know what I mean? So
Well, I'm glad you made it out here, man, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're one of the best DJs I work with, man.
brother, I appreciate
with
the
a
love
lot.
too.
You top
Shit.
5, dead or alive to me.
Damn, I appreciate
Another
that.
brother is my brother Sebastian. Shout out Sebastian.
Yes.
He works over at Experiment Rock.
I'd love to get Sebastian on here, man.
We'll get him on. Shout
know
out
what I
Joe
mean?
Nobody. He used to work at Sapphire. Another one of my favorite DJs.
Out there, he's still out there?
Nah,
Or
he's back
out
in New
here?
York. He's
Oh,
back in New
okay.
York. Joe Nobody, yeah. He worked at Sapphire a long time.
For out here in Vegas?
Yeah, he was at Sapphire here. He worked the Scores in New York. That's where I met him at.
Oh, shit.
I knew Joe and Sebastian for over 20 years now.
Sebastian came from Scores, right? Too?
I worked with him at Scores on the West Side before
Okay.
the lockdown. So I worked at West Side Scores too. I forgot to tell you that for about 2 years before the lockdown.
Oh, okay. So
We had a nice little run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
So-
lockdown just...
Yeah, what was that
Obviously.
lockdown like out there in New York?
Honestly, man, that's a big reason why I left 2 years later, because I see how it was handled, the fear. People were living with fear. People move out my way down when I walk down the block as is, but I didn't wear a mask outside. I wore one respectfully going into places that required it,
Yeah.
out of respect. But walking down the street, fuck no. I want to breathe the air.
Yeah.
So people was crossing the street when they see me walking down. It was just riddled with fear. And I was shocked because New York's supposed to be quote unquote tough.
Yeah.
And I saw just people being manipulated through fear.
Yeah, that Fauci pussy, man, fucked a lot of things up, man. I'd love to see the little pussy out on the streets somewhere, you know what I mean?
Bro, and the truth is coming out. The truth is
Yeah.
always going to reveal itself, man. It doesn't matter if it takes a year, 20 years, 30 years. You cannot stop the truth, man.
Yeah, bro.
You cannot stop
That
the
whole
truth.
2020 fuckery, bro.
So I came out here in 2020 for a month, stayed with my friend and her kids. And that's when I knew I could live here. So that's when I was like, yo, I could live here, man. This is easy.
Ah, all
And
right.
I came
all
back
right.
2 years later, yeah.
Oh, shit. And then just rocked right into Sapphire.
Yep. Walked in, they hired me on the spot, man. You know, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
'Cause I met some good brothers there. Brandon, True,
Yeah.
Brother Smooth, you know, Chad over there. Some good dudes over there still. My man
Yeah.
Cam, Nasco, Mark, Xavier. I met some good dudes over there, man.
Nice. Yeah. You know, that's an unfortunate thing that roams around out here about Vegas is you don't really hear a lot of good things about Sapphire, you know what I mean? And from my point of view of hearing things, but I do know there's obviously got to be good people in there. I know there's banging hot ass chicks, and I know that club is.
There's
dope,
going to be
you know
good
what I
people
mean?
anywhere
But,
you are.
Yeah.
You know, they gravitate towards me, and I'm blessed. I'm thankful for that. I always
Yeah.
find solid people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my circle's always legit. Always, no matter where I am.
I respect that.
I could be in Tibet, and I'll find a good circle to rock with out there.
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Amen.
Man,
Same
I'm just
here.
blessed, man.
I'll be out there in Tijuana riding a fucking donkey down Revolution Street with a sombrero on, eating some tacos and some pussy on my lap. You know what I mean?
I see that. I can see that for you.
Chetty.
I can see that for you, man.
Shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because we hit it off pretty fast and easy over there when I first started.
Brother,
when we linked up.
Real recognize real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a old saying, but it's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why I stay away from certain people. Even if they don't know, I don't fuck with them. I just keep my distance.
Yeah. Like you
I keep
said,
it cordial at work, you know, but I know who people are, man.
I believe on all that energy shifting too.
It's real.
And different stuff. Yeah.
I didn't
bro,
learn this in the book.
I witness it and feel it
Yeah,
big time, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Anything I know, I didn't learn from reading books. But books, of course, have knowledge in them. All my knowledge comes from life experience and being around people.
Yeah.
And learning about myself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're glad you made the move from New York to Vegas?
Yeah, it's been a good move. It's been a good move, and I knew it would be, you know. It was a little rough start, but
like me, I'm still iffy. Obviously, I'm still here in Vegas. I was supposed to be back in Sikk, but I'm still here. But I'm trying to look at the bigger picture with everything and kind of figuring things out, see how I'm going to roll out. But we'll see where this journey leads and ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm grateful to be here in Vegas, man.
Yeah, I got to get you out partying with me some night, man. Making our rounds.
We'll try, man. I told you I'm not real. I'm partying.
I know. I don't party. I just network, so to speak.
Yeah,
but
I can do that.
A shot or two in
Brother,
there.
I partied enough in New York the last 3 lifetimes. Working in them, going out to them after hours. It was nonstop.
Bro, there was probably a stint there legitimately for like that I was out here raging every weekend in Vegas at one point, like every week for probably a couple of years. You know what I mean? While I was doing all these innuendos with all the bullshit hater shit out here. You know what I mean? But so I already know. That's why now I keep it mellow. I might go out once a week and network it. Few rounds here and there, you know what I mean?
If I go out, it's to go grab a bite to eat, promo for the club.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. You might go on a date once in a while. That's it, man.
Yeah, now what's it like out here, the dating scene as opposed to New York's dating
scene? It's horrific. It's horrific. I miss Florida. I was in Florida for 3 months before I came here, and women in Florida are very direct, straight up. They'll buy you a drink. They'll come hit on you. Yeah, they'll come hit on you.
Shit, where out in Florida is that?
I was in Boca Raton, Delray Beach. I was in that area, Pompano. But the girls out there are a little bit more, they're straight up. I like that.
Damn, I like that too. I'd like that.
Yeah, because, you shouldn't have to go hunting all the time. You know what I mean, Sometimes it's good for a lady to come up to
getting our fucking craving on and shit, huh?
Yeah, man. But the dating scene out here is horrible.
What was it like in New York?
I did good in New York. I did good, man. Did good.
Boy. Yeah. I did great in Cali. Out here, fuck, man.
It's weird out here.
It's a disaster out here.
Yeah. Women out here are a little strange, man. They strange.
Shit's unbelievable.
If they're not like obsessed with working and making money or their bodies and getting surgeries, they're just very superficial, man. There's no depth to them.
Yeah, exactly.
You talk to them, and it's like talking to being back in high school,
Yeah.
It does nothing for me. I don't care how they look. If your mentality's not on point, everything else really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. We are surrounded by women so much that it's kind of like I've always said, you get jaded in the game to where like we in these clubs for the fucking dough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in there trying to fucking spit game and fuck these chicks.
No, that's why I try to tell these guys that come to the club, they're like, oh, you got the best job in the world.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, come do this shit for a week.
So many lawyers and fucking doctors and different people have came to my DJ booth. Oh, I want your job. I want your job. I want your job.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, they from the outside looking in. Yeah. You never get a clear view that way.
It ain't all strippers and burritos like I tell motherfuckers, man.
You got to be in it.
And then to be in a longevity like us, bro, we've had our ups and downs, smiles and frowns, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I'm always a glass half full guy. So that's why I'm talking about all the positives, all these places. I'm not going to get into the negatives.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's too easy to do that. So I'm
trying to just expose the real of the business to people. So that's why there could be some of the negatives out there. But my overall mission on this podcast was to keep it positive, to make strip clubs great again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to help build this industry back up to where it's going to, that's why I'm going to get into the consulting side of things. And hopefully eventually in a few years or so, my goal is in 3 to 5 years to have my own club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then,
I can see that.
And then, amen, game over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'll have Little Flip right there at the front door singing spitting game over every fucking night. You know what I mean?
That, man. Yeah. But everybody, you know what? Nobody's perfect, obviously, but everybody that tried to fuck me over when I was genuine to them in this business, they didn't pan out, man.
Yeah.
Especially at the last place of employment, where I am now, actually, where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm going to just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Try to fuck me over and they're gone.
Yeah, sometimes the Lord works in mysterious ways or doors are shut, closed, karma's. Bro, I fucked off a lot in my younger days where I legit, and I tell people all the time, legit Had 8 years, bad luck karma, bro. 8 fucking years. That was brutal, bro. Brutal karma.
And you dealt with it, though.
Yeah.
You got through it. You have
You know
to,
what I
man.
mean?
You got no choice.
So, I'm a firm believer in all that stuff, bro.
Listen, I tell people all the time, somebody does wrong by you, you don't have to go out your way. You don't have to be spiteful. You don't have to be vindictive. If you believe in what I believe in, the universe is going to do its work, bro.
Yeah.
And then they always do. I'm telling you this from experience.
As long as we keep that positive mindset.
I'm telling you this from experience, man. I'm telling you it's real.
Yeah.
And this is why I stand by that. And I'm going to always stand by that till I leave this place.
Amen.
It's real, brother.
Well, bro, I appreciate you taking the time out your busy schedule. I know you rocked it last night. You're about to rock it tonight.
It's all good, man. You're my brother, man. I'm just sorry it took so long.
Studio. I know. Me too.
I'm sorry it took so long.
No. But I'm glad I ended up staying out here and we are able to be pulling this off right now.
Yeah, because you was about to bounce.
Yes. Bounce, rock, skate. I was about to be out there skating with Snoop Dogg down fucking Crenshaw. You never know. You know what I mean? But yes, I'm glad you made it through. I'm glad we got to give the viewers out there a little insight on New York and New York strip clubs, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd love to be out there rocking some New York shit after what you're just talking about right here.
I'm going to just leave it like this. It was a gentleman's club back in the day. Like, these guys that came to these clubs, they didn't disrespect the girls. They dressed nice. Everybody was wearing suits. They tipped everybody. There was no fights. There was nobody getting walked out because he didn't pay a bill. It was a gentleman's environment.
Damn,
I don't say that much.
Any mafia style people rolling through some of the
sure
spots?
They was in there. I came in at the tail end of the whole mafia influence in New York, so I'm sure they were still in there. I remember.
So you hit the Wall Street area, basically, huh?
Yeah, we had everybody up in there. I'm sure we had gangsters in there, Wall Street guys, hedge fund guys, regular guys. Everybody stayed in line, though.
Yeah.
And if they got out of line,
Yeah,
man. But
I've yet to been to New York, but I feel like that New York love or those New York vibes, like where I need to be out there, maybe
I'm gonna keep
walking
it real
Times
with you.
Square. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna be the same because it changed a lot.
Yeah.
The way New York used to be is nowhere near where it used to be. It's still New York, and you'll still have a good time. But man, you missed the era, man. You missed the golden age.
Fuck. I wish I could have
music's
been.
golden age is behind us. Sports, movies. People don't want to admit it, but it is, man.
Yeah.
It is. The golden age is behind us. Good dog shit now.
Yeah, exactly.
Dog shit music, these fucking horrible movies, bad scripts, choppy CGI. It's bad, man. No creativity, no imagination.
I was on demand last night looking for something to watch, and there was some fucking Asian zombie movie that just looked like it was put together on somebody's iPhone. And I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck is this movie even up here and for sale right now?
I'm old school, man. I still watch old movies, man.
Yeah.
I just watched 12 Monkeys the other night with Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis.
Nice.
It's one of my favorite movies.
I was just watching Roadhouse last night.
Oh, classic.
The original with
classic.
the homie,
Yeah, Patrick.
Swayze.
Yeah.
And before that was Point Break.
Classic.
That was epic.
They don't make movies like that.
I know, bro.
Man, it's over. It's over.
Well, bro, thank you so much.
Anytime, man. I'll be back soon, brother.
Shout outs to New York. Thank you guys for sending us.
Shout outs to the Bronx, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn, Bushwick. I lived in Brooklyn for 6 years before I left New York. I love Brooklyn. I ain't gonna lie to you. I rep both boroughs now. All day.
What's the rent out there like that? Out there real quick.
Too much. Too much.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
Especially
triple what I'm paying now. Yeah.
Shut up.
Vegas is actually way cheaper to live. New York is, I'm telling you, it's crazy up there, man.
Good food out there.
Food's untouchable. That's one thing I do miss is the food. The food out here is good. I've had some good food here, but it's not touching New York.
So
no way.
Party people, New York, expensive living, best pussy on the planet, best food on the planet. And go out there and get into them strip clubs and spend some dough and tell them Big Joe sent you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, brother.
Anytime,
Wayne
brother.
Sikk podcast party people. Shout out to all my IMF family out there. Guys, like I said, we're going to be working on some other things, we're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to be rocking some different shit out there. More eye candy. We got Hoa's Life coming right around the corner. The Sickle's here. He's here to stay. We're not going to waver. We're going to keep on trucking, like my grandpa would say. And hey, pussies out there. Zaddy's home.